Listen, Venom, Carnage, we all know the big players when it comes to Marvel symbiotes, but what about the other children of Venom? Introducing Scream, Venom's most unhinged offspring. Whether you're diving into the world of symbiotes for the first time or you're just here to relive the madness, buckle up because Scream is a wild ride. Now, you see, Scream is just one of 5 of the offspring of Venom created by the Sinister Life Foundation, which in short is kind of that guy we all know who's like prepping for the end of the world and keeps bragging about his shelter and grocery store in his house, which is kind of stupid because I would know the first place I'm going if everything goes to shit. Essentially, the Sinister Life Foundation is a doomsday-obsessed conspiracy theorist. And the mastermind behind all this madness was Carlton Drake, and his plan, you might ask, was, well, it was a good one, to create a team of superpowered symbiotes to protect the rich when the apocalypse came. And well, nothing says trust fund billionaire baby like an idiot that thinks that's a good plan. And how they managed to do this is, well, they captured Venom and they forcibly, let's call it, extracted his symbiote seeds from his, Venom nuts, right? Which I don't know why I'm pointing, because there's definitely not going to be an image of Venom nuts, but what the fuck? Now, one of these seed symbiotes bonded with a mercenary named Donna Diego, and this gave birth to Scream. Now, the powers of Scream is kind of what you're used to with symbiotes, right? Superhuman strength, durability, stamina. They can wall crawl as well, kind of a spider sense like most of them have, but also, well, she can use her hair kind of like Medusa to lash out and, well, trap her enemies and hurt them. Now, Donna Diego wasn't exactly your average mercenary. She was recruited by the Life Foundation as a strike agent, but here's the twist. Donna was already struggling with schizophrenia before she bonded with Scream, so, you know, you mix that whole bag of crazy with a murderous alien symbiote, and yeah, complete clown show. Now, of course, after bonding with Scream, Donna became even more volatile, and after losing control to the symbiote's bloodlust, her first notable outing was attacking a mall, because why not? Now, of course, our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man steps in to stop her, who happened to be looking for Eddie Brock, and he kind of kicked her ass. She had to get the heck out of there, and, well, Spider-Man followed her to the Life Foundation's base. However, Scream and the other Guardian symbiotes attacked the wall crawler, and, well, before they could kill him, nearly doing so, Eddie appeared. Which I would assume if this was like in a Marvel movie, you'd get some badass rock music, maybe like Linkin Park or something, and then boom, gets into a symbiote and just starts blasting them all. He ends up just conquering all of them as the experienced symbiote host, and again, just blasting them with a metabolic accelerator. And think of this as like an aging device that turns the symbiotes to dust faster than enthusiasm for a Monday morning meeting. But of course, guys, you can't keep a good symbiote down, and also, you know, Marvel. Thanks to the Life Foundation, because those guys never quit, Scream and her siblings return. Now, Donna and the other mercenaries leave the Life Foundation in search for Eddie Brock, hoping he would have some type of way to control their symbiotes because they were tired of just going crazy. And, well, Eddie over and over dismissed them. They asked several times, and Eddie, Venom, kept saying no because of what happened with Carnage. So eventually we fast forward and Donna asked the Scarlet Spider to help her find Eddie once again, but this is where things get wild. Donna's mental state continues to deteriorate and the line between her and Scream continues to blur. So she just completely goes buck freaking wild in Times Square, going crazy until Venom steps in and almost kills both the symbiote and Donna, but was stopped shortly by Scarlet Spider, who managed to separate Brock and his symbiote. Now we fast forward a bit more from here, and the symbiote Agony died mysteriously by a sword wound, and later Phage was also killed by a sword as well. The Life Foundation symbiotes thought it was Venom behind it all, but we learned Scream's bond with Donna becomes so unhinged that she turns against her symbiote siblings, taking them out one by one. Now, my next story is going to be about Venom, so I don't want to spoil that, right? You're going to have to wait for that video and subscribe if you guys are enjoying these videos. But Venom does go on a quest against the symbiotes and, well, Screams up and he throws a sonic grenade, kind of messes her up, and then stabs her with a heated knife, kind of like what she did to her siblings. Now we move along years later, and Scream is resurrected by none other than Knull, the god of symbiotes. Scream would end up leaving Donna's skeleton and bonding with a soldier named Patricia Robertson. Now, Knull commanded Scream to attack a fellow symbiote, Andy Benton. This guy had no rules, but Scream resisted at first, but eventually couldn't resist the pull of the symbiote god. However, Patricia eventually sacrifices herself in an attempt to save Andy's life, and the Scream symbiote left her corpse and bonded with Andy. Now, this is where Scream's story will be coming to a close, as Andy's relationship with it was kind of a toxic relationship. Loving it, hating it, loving it, hating it. And in true overprotective symbiote fashion, it saved her life, more than once, whether she wanted it to or not. Now, Scream fell under the influence of Knull once again and started puppeteering Andy like a horror movie villain. And once free from this, Andy, understandably betrayed, blasted the symbiote with hellfire, burning away Carnage's corruption, but killing the symbiote in the process, leaving Andy sobbing in despair as it withered away. But of course, Marvel comes in and we have scientists that go over and scoop up the remains of Scream, combine it with anti-venom, and we have a new character in Silence, but that's for a video for another day. So why should you care about Scream? Well, she represents one of Marvel's most chaotic and complex symbiotes, and her journey from villain to, well, villain is a hell of a wild ride, and she's a fascinating piece of this symbiote family tree. Now, of course, I plan on covering Knull, Venom, and really all of them if I can, and if you guys want to see that, and if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and subscribe down below. It helps a ton build up the channel, and it helps me know that you guys like the content. Anyway, guys, have a good one. Have a great one. Till the next one, stay cozy.